Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about switching from your original diet, everyday diet, to the carnivore lifestyle. And yes, again, this is a carnivore lifestyle video, but in regards to detox symptoms that beginners would have when switching to this kind of diet. And as someone that has been through the challenges of going through the carnivore lifestyle, I can say that this video may be of help for you. So I wanted to talk about the detoxifying symptoms for the first week to the first month and 2 months, to how to go through it more smoothly than I did and to avoid the mistakes that I did. So when you move from any kind of diet that is not the carnivore lifestyle, it's going to have a lot of carbs usually, because we're taught to avoid animal fat or any fat at all. And for some reason, we are told about sugar and how bad it is, but we still yet intake carbs, which we don't realize that when we ingest a lot of fruit, even if it's organic, healthy fruit, it still can be detrimental to your health because it's still sugar. It's just the amount of sugar that you intake negatively affects your health. And so when you come from any kind of diet that is not this clean diet, then you're going to feel something negative at first. Most likely, at least for me, because I was plant-based, but I was high carb, low fat. So I felt the extreme spectrum of the detoxifying symptoms. Because when you switch from any other diet to the carnivore lifestyle, you're basically switching fuels. And what I mean by that, your body was originally energetic, getting its fuel, running on its fuel, getting energy from sugar. And so it makes sense that when you stop doing that, when you stop ingesting sugar, and now you're getting your source of fuel from fat, from animal fat, your body's like wanting that and it feels good on that, but at the same time, it's at odds. Your body's at war with its own self and in your mind. And you will feel probably some cold in your throat. You might feel flu-like symptoms like sneezing, runny nose, a little bit of green mucus in the back of your throat. I know I did. And for me, it was foggy brain as well, dehydration, and just moodiness, a bit of moodiness and irritability. Because think about it, if you think of addicts who used to have so much drugs and they stop cold turkey, they too would get similar symptoms because their body is now acclimating to this new kind of diet. So it's a very big change. And because it's a very big change, your body is healing itself in this new way of eating. And so, yeah, just keep a journal of what you're going through, how your body's reacting to certain foods and how it's not reacting to certain foods, how it's reacting to recovery from exercise or doing the exercise itself, how you're sleeping. Just keep a journal. You don't have to write in every little detail, but just knowing how your body is doing from day to day, week to week, month to month is going to help you get an overall general idea of how your body's doing now on this carnivore lifestyle versus how you were before. I would give it at least 3 months to try out this kind of way, because it is a big drastic change in your body, So keep in mind of those detoxifying symptoms, and also keep in mind of the next mistakes that I did so you don't do it. And you have a better way of living this carnivore lifestyle than I did, because how do I say this? I prolonged the detoxifying symptoms and I worsened it because I wasn't realizing that I wasn't doing a very good job at being carnivore in the beginning. Because even though I stopped being vegan, plant-based, and I started eating meat and steak every day, almost every day, I started to also crave sugar still. My body's like, we like this animal fat, but we want sugar. My mind was just like, it needs a fix. And so I filled that fix by drinking smoothies every day. And that was not good for my microbiome because it's introduced to this animal fat, this new fat called animal fat, and now it has sugar. And now my microbiome was at war with each other. and I really severed my microbiome. It just made me more sick than I normally would get. And then when I had a cold, I would have it like every 2 months. That's what I mean. So yeah, like you're gonna have probably detoxifying symptoms, but maybe not as bad as I did if you follow, well, if you don't follow my mistakes, okay? So yeah, just stick to meat, mainly meat. Eat some blueberry, like a half a cup of blueberries here and there, but stick to mainly meat. Animal fat. Don't avoid the butter. Don't avoid the ghee. Don't avoid high fat animal meat. Don't eat that much lean meat like I did, because my body was like, this is not enough fat. So it went to sugar. My mind went to sugar. So, just keep track of what your body's reacting to, and keep track of how you can make your body feel satiated without going to sugar, without getting that fix. Because for me, what helped was, believe it or not, sparkling water helped a lot to curb those cravings. Also, eating a lot of animal fat helped a lot with that. But I learned this later on, guys. I wasn't like this in the beginning. So please keep in mind, if you are switching to this diet, keep these things in mind in the beginning, because it's going to help you so much to stick to the diet and be successful on it. So animal fat, sparkling water, and electrolytes. Oh my gosh, electrolytes are so good for you. That's so underrated. These are minerals that are naturally traced in your body, but can be exuded out of your body fairly quickly if you're sweating a lot, exercising a lot, and just peeing a lot. And if you're on this carnivore lifestyle, your kidneys can speed up detoxifying your body, which is why you'll get those withdrawal symptoms, because it's such a clean diet. But along with that, we'll go with the minerals that are just being depleted out of your body. So you need those. You need those in your body. You need the calcium, potassium, and you can buy the packets of electrolytes like I did, or just use salt that has electrolytes in it. And so, yeah, keep in mind to use electrolytes from the beginning so you don't get the cramps, the headaches, the fatigue, the dehydration. Because what electrolytes does, it keeps the water, retains the water longer in your body instead of depleting the water in your body. So something to think about. And then animal fat, electrolytes, drinking sparkling water will help curb the cravings of any kind of carb. And rest is so important. I forget this so much because I'm always on the go. I'm always hustling in my day-to-day life because I just like doing that. But you need rest, especially when you're switching to this diet, you guys. It's like healing your body. It is healing your body because, believe it or not, sugar is not good for you. I wish it was, but it's not. It really is detrimental to the cells in your body, to every part of your body if you eat too much of it, if you ingest too much of it. So keep in mind that animal fat is good for you. I know people are scared of cholesterol, and we'll get into that in another video. But man, if you look at how people were back in the day when everything was fried in beef tallow, people were a lot more slimmer and healthier back then. Your brain is composed of more than 80% fat. Your brain needs fat. It doesn't need sugar, even though it tricks itself into thinking it needs sugar, because you do get that high, but then you go way low, way low. You get crashes. But with animal fat, you feel satiated, you feel energetic, your brain works faster and better long-term throughout the day, and you don't get the crashes. So keep in mind about relaxation. Go out with your friends, have fun, go home, sleep early. If you need to sleep more than you should, do that. Breath exercises, breathe better, sleep better, and just basically calm down your nervous system so that your body can heal faster from switching from your previous diet to this one. Because this one is, I think most people would benefit from this diet, because if you look at the studies, I don't have the studies in the palms of my hands right now, but if you do look at the online studies about all the various issues that people have in their body, from autoimmune issues to schizophrenia to personality disorders to even heart attacks and strokes, and just feeling more energetic and having better sleep, people do thrive on the carnivore lifestyle. And I'm so proud to be part of this community, to be part of this lifestyle. And I really hope not only that you enjoyed this video, but that you found it helpful, because I really hope that you can take what I said and run with it, so you don't have to do the way I did and, go the hard way, because I went the hard way. I drank sugary drinks and ate the meat all at once, and I didn't do it correctly because I was a noob, I was ignorant, and I didn't do my research on the carnivore lifestyle. I kind of was just watching influencers and wasn't really studying what you're supposed to do successfully on this diet. Well, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.